Let us start the class with a prayer. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be on earth as it is in heaven. Give us daily our daily bread, forgive our sins, as we forgive those sinners, as the grace of us, but deliver us from the evil. Amen. Okay, good day, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Alright, now, last meeting we discussed about the literal and figurative language, right? So, what is again literal language? It means the literal meaning. So, while the other figurative meaning is the meaning beyond what it actually means. Okay, and now we're going to discuss about the other topic, which is all about literature. But before that, let us have a pre-test. So our topic for today is all about folk literature. But before we dig deeper with our discussion for today, let us have an activity first. This is called jumbled letters. Now all you have to do is to arrange these letters to form an exact English word. So what is the first? What is that one?
Legend.
How about this one?
Proverbs.
How about this one?
Myth.
Alright, very good. You have the correct answer. The word legend, proverbs, and myth are all examples of what? Kindly read.
Folk literature.
Yes, folk literature. So what is folk literature? So one example is that is myth. So a myth is a traditional or legendary story, usually concerning some hero or event that people believe is true at the time. So myth is something like this people thinks that it is true, but it is just myth. Not true at all times. So for example, myth or example of that is Manananggal, Sirena, and what's this? Witch. So in this example, we can notice that there is Manananggal doesn't exist, right? Do you think Manananggal exists? No, because some people believe that there is a Manananggal, but many people also believe that there is no Manananggal. So that is a myth. Second one is legend. So the legend is a story about human events or action that has not been proved nor documented in real history. Here are the examples of a legend. For example, legend of the pineapple, legend of Maria Makiling. So what? Can you give me an example of a legend?
Legend of Guava.
Alright, very good. Now, again, we say myth. It is a traditional story that explains the beliefs of people about the natural and human world. So myth, it means the beliefs of people from supernatural powers. For example, katong Manananggal, and like that. And meanwhile, the legends are stories about heroes and how something came to exist. So legends are all about heroes and explains how something came to exist. For example, the legend of pineapple, how pineapple came to exist. That is. And now let's move to the proverbs. So these are proverbs are set of rules that govern human lives. In Filipino, these are called saliwikain or sawikain. For example, these prescribed norms impart a lesson or emphasize traditions and beliefs in a community. So proverbs, this means that they are more related to sayings, and it impart a lesson, it emphasizes traditions, and it believes in a community. Now, there are 6 categories of proverbs by Damiana Eugenio. Category 1, proverbs expressing a general attitude towards life and the laws that govern life. Example, the good fortune which is intended for me will come even without me seeking it. Second, we have ethical proverbs recommending certain virtues and condemning certain vices. For example, do not put off for tomorrow what you can do for today. So, the third one is the category 3. Proverbs express a system of values. For example, every drop of perspiration of an industrious man will be rewarded accordingly. So, in this category, it means that proverbs express a value. Now, we have category 4. Proverbs expressing general truths and observation about life and the human nature. For example, a good thing is never too late. So, in this category, Proverbs not only Proverbs express truth and observation about life. So, Proverbs mainly focus on the observation of life and how the human nature is. Next, we have category 5, which is humorous proverbs. So, these humorous proverbs are murag katawanan, joke. For example, after shopping for a long time, he ended up with a poor purchase. Murag ganun na siya lain ko. Category 6, we have miscellaneous proverbs typically expressive or specific realities to a certain area. For example, it's better to go home and wave a net than to stay on the shore and watch the fish. Now, for our activity, I have your pictures, and all you have to do is to name the pictures based on the category of folk literature, whether it is myth, proverb, or a legend. For example, for number 1, what do you think is the answer? Why the penny has 100 eyes?
Legend.
It is a legend because it talks about the existence of a thing or fruit, for example, in here. Second, manananggal. What do you think is the answer of that?
Myth.
Yes, myth. Myth because it is a belief of supernatural being. Now, let's have the honesty is the best policy. What do you think is the answer here?
Proverbs.
Yes, proverb because it talks about the value. Here, the monkey and the turtle. What do you think is the answer?
Legend.
Yes, legend. Another one, we have si Malakas at si Maganda. What do you think is the answer?
Legend. Myth.
Yes, because it believes of supernatural power. Now for our evaluation, I have in a one whole sheet of paper, you have to answer the worksheet, okay? Alright, let's start. Okay. Now for your assignment, I want you to read the selection, the origin of the world, and you have to reflect on this following question. What is that you find possibly interesting or intriguing or strange in the story? And the second question, is it similar to your belief or how the world began? Why or why not? So, do you understand our assignment?
Yes.
Alright. That's all for today. Thank you for joining me today. Goodbye.